One of my favourite sayings is you can't pour from an empty cup. I wish I could remember where I first came across this saying. It's almost as though it's integrated into my life so well that I never remember a time before I heard these words of wisdom. It's thankfully become a way of life for me. I even have this saying displayed on my vision board and have reused the same card that I found on Pinterest when searching for daily inspiration every year for as long as I can remember. It's a daily reminder to take care of myself and prioritize my own needs before anything else. As my mum and I say, self-care is our much needed me time. Self-care is quite literally how we take care of ourselves and ensure we don't burn out. When we practice self-care, we're practicing a form of self-love. We're acknowledging our need for rest, play, and inspiration. We're tuning in and gently listening to our body. We're engaging in activities that are food for the soul. I came across a piece of writing a while ago, and one line in particular stayed with me. It read, "It's called giving yourself a break to avoid a breakdown." When we take time for ourselves and build a regular self-care practice into our busy lifestyle, we're nurturing and nourishing our mind, body, and spirit so that we can show up as our best selves in life. Self-care is quite a broad term. Initially, I used to think of self-care as a way to pamper yourself. Self-care meant mani-pedis, going to the day spa, doing a face mask, eating some chocolate, or engaging in other self-indulgent behaviours. But I now realise that it's so much more than that. Self-care is also about setting healthy boundaries, saying yes only when you mean it, and being comfortable to speak honestly and say no when you want. It's about setting aside time for yourself so that you can protect and restore your energy. It's working through and letting go of whatever no longer serves you and that has been holding you back. It's speaking loving, kind, and encouraging words to yourself. It's about taking care of yourself, inside and out. One thing I've noticed about self-care is that if I don't schedule it into my diary in advance, it usually won't get done. Simply committing to practicing more self-care doesn't work. It's too vague, and it doesn't account for the fact that every day we're faced with additional to-dos that pop up and other tasks that manage to make it to the top of our priority list and find their place in our daily schedule. Instead of telling myself I'll do something nice for myself today or treat myself to a chai latte and sit in the park later, I now make sure to schedule mini self-care appointments into my diary. I encourage you to give more thought to your daily self-care rituals and then schedule a time for them so that you know you're successfully making some much needed and well-deserved time in your day for yourself.